The third Thursday in May is World Vyzhyvanka Day, a celebration of the embroidered shirt that is a symbol of Ukrainian cultural heritage. The vyshyvanka is also central to Belarusian culture, and on World Vyzhyvanka Day 2022, the Belarusian artist Rufina Bazlova created a textile installation that tied the embroidery's deep cultural history to the events of 2020. That year, after another fraudulent election, Belarusian dictator Alexander Lukashenko declared victory for a sixth term in office. Over the course of the summer and fall, Belarusians took to the streets in what became the largest anti-government protests in the history of Belarus. The Lukashenko regime turned to violence. By the end of the year, over 30,000 people had been arrested. Bazlova's installation was conceived of in the wake of these events. Its birth came when the 2022 Charlemagne Prize was awarded to Maria Kolesnikova, Svitlana Tsikhanouskaya, and Veronika Tsepkalo, three political activists who had participated in the 2020 protests. Bazlova created 3 embroidered shirts, one for each of the 3 women. They contain symbolic meanings. Let's take a look at them. One for political prisoners, Kolesnikova, the struggle of Belarusians, Tsikhanouskaya, and women's solidarity, Tsepkalo. A professional flute player, Maria Kolesnikova, headed Viktor Babariko's campaign in the 2020 elections. After Babariko was denied the chance to register and was subsequently arrested, Kolesnikova joined Tsepkalo and Tsikhanouskaya in a team, with the latter as the candidate to face Lukashenko in the August elections. A month after Lukashenko declared victory and the protests began, Belarusian police kidnapped Kolesnikova. She was charged with conspiracy to seize state power in an unconstitutional manner. After a year in custody, a Belarusian court sentenced her to 11 years in prison. Amnesty International, along with other human rights organizations, has officially declared her a prisoner of conscience. Bazlova's first embroidered shirt has the number of Belarusian political prisoners from the 2020 protests, 1,142, stitched onto the left breast. Across the waist, she embroidered Kolesnikova's story, focusing on the circumstances of her arrest. We see police chase our heroine. We see the van that initially took her to the Ukrainian border to deport her before returning her to Minsk. Across the bottom of the shirt, Bazlova has embroidered the names of other political prisoners. The vyshyvanka for Tsikhanouskaya symbolizes the struggle of all Belarusians for freedom. The shirt is dominated by Bazlova's embroidered rendering of this struggle. On the left, the state's police brandish their batons, ready to inflict violence on the citizens demanding free elections. Across the sleeves, Bazlova includes embroideries of what she terms the angels, Belarusians who were killed by security forces in the protests. The last shirt is dedicated to Veronika Tsepkalo, a senior manager for Microsoft who joined the political opposition after her husband, Valery, was also denied participation in the elections. Bazlova's embroidered shirt weaves Tsepkalo's story as a symbol of women's solidarity. In the center, the 3 women stand together, arms raised. Across the waist is the embroidered story of Nina Baginskaya, who took part in the protests. A video of Baginskaya pushing past 2 masked riot policemen went viral on social media in August 2020. "I'm going for a walk," she told the officers while holding a red and white flag. On the arms and across the bottom of the shirt, Bazlova embroiders solidarity chains of women joining hands to resist dictatorship. Bazlova's vyshyvanka installation includes portions of her previous cycle of work from 2020 entitled The History of Belarusian Vyzhyvanka, a pun on the words vyshyvanka and vyzhyvat, which means survive. Belarusian vyshyvanka are a specific code for recording information about the lives of people, the nation, and whoever wears the embroidery, Bazlova has stated. As far as the play on words in her Vyzhyvanka project, this is what my people are doing. They are surviving. The colors and patterns in this installation have deep symbolic meanings. The original flag of the Belarusian National Republic, created in 1918, had a red stripe on a white background. As Bazlova has noted, even though Lukashenko himself had his first inauguration under the red and white flag, he did not return to our roots. So he created a new flag, based on the Soviet-era Belarusian one. The original historical red and white flag thus became the symbol for Lukashenko's opposition. This symbolism runs even deeper. Red symbolizes blood or life, and white, freedom and purity. These colors and their embroidered patterns, Bazlova has stated, are a kind of code of our national history, written by women, and which can be read as a text or a message. Bazlova's work ultimately reminds Belarusians of their struggle while imagining a better future. This wish is not just limited to Belarus. The 2023 Charlemagne Prize went to Volodymyr Zelensky. At the ceremony, the Ukrainian president met Svitlana Tsikhanouskaya, Veronika Sepkalo, and Tatyana Homych, Kolesnikova's sister. In 2022, Zelensky wore one of the embroidered shirts, emblazoned with Rufina Bazlova's designs.